Tony, talk about your outlook out here at Auto Club Speedway and maybe coming out of Daytona and how you think things are going for you right now.
I think this weekend will be a lot truer test of what our season will be like versus last week. But we had a pretty good practice there. Normally, it's you guys will use it more for qualifying practice, but with the uncertainty of the weather tomorrow, we use the majority of the time for race practice, and felt like that we had a decent start. I mean, I feel like we got a ways to go, but we felt like that we made gains on it through the session there. Our mock qualifying run in qualifying trim, we ran, I think, 0.05 of a second faster than we did in race trim. So we got a little work to do on the qualifying trim side.
Okay, we'll take questions now for Tony. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll start here with Kenny and work our way around. Go ahead.
Kenny Bruce with SceneDaily.com. Tom, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, are you where you guys now just have to kind of fine-tune what you've got, or is it one of those deals where we've got to take a big swing here or a big swing there?
I think we're still taking swings at it right now. From the standpoint, I mean, we're on a different tire than what we were here in the fall, so it's learning what that tire likes and dislikes and figuring out what you have to do to get the car to get the balance of it. So I would like to say that we were fine-tuning, but I feel like we're a little further than that right now.
Go ahead there, Kay.
Okay, Presto, Cars and Competition. Tony, we're getting a little sun, a little cool. How is that affecting the performance of the car at this time? And if you have the conditions during the race weekend, how will it perform?
Well, this place is pretty temperature sensitive. I mean, it definitely it has more grip when it's cooler, but a day like today where the sun's kind of peeking in and out, it's really not going to change a lot. The fact of more rubber getting built up on the track as the session's going on will change the handling more than the actual sun will at this point. But if you get a hot sunny day on Sunday, I mean, it definitely magnifies everybody's problems. It seems like this place, if you're tight, your car gets tighter when it gets hot. If it's loose, it gets looser. So it's more just kind of tuning what you have.
Go ahead, Nate.
Nate Ryan, USA Today. Tony, I think you raced against Jamie McMurray all the way back in go-karts. Is that right? What was it like, I guess, to see him win that race? And it seems like he's really basked in the glow of it. For a guy who seemed like he was almost out of the sport maybe 3 months ago, to be where he is now. Have you had any thoughts on that?
No, the thing that I saw, Jamie's a perfect example. When you guys constantly ask us what it would mean to win the Daytona 500, that's pretty much inside how we all feel. I think his reaction after the race said it all, and it's nice to see somebody like him. I mean, Jamie's one of those genuinely nice guys that, he's always smiling and he's always, fun-natured around everybody. So it's nice to see somebody like him get his first win there.
Who's got the next question for Tony? Claire, go ahead.
Tony, can you talk about qualifying here today? You come out of Daytona where not so much, and here it's such a big difference. Can you talk a little bit about it and what your thoughts are?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, as much as, the drivers are pretty accurate when they say we really don't do much at Daytona, because we don't. I mean, yeah, we still have to guide it around there, and we have to do our little things that help the car stay freed up and keep from scrubbing off speed, but we're going to hold it wide open at Daytona here. We're going to lift. We're going to use the brakes. No matter who gets the pole, they're going to use the brakes a little bit today. So it definitely puts more of the equation into our hands today. And I can't say that it really has felt different today. It's not been a situation where, wow, I haven't been in one of these things for a while and I haven't had to use the brakes, and now it's all different. It's it's kind of felt like we really haven't stopped, which is kind of a cool feeling.
Jeff, our man from Las Vegas. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Jeff Wolf, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Tony, any chance you might get in one of your midget or sprint cars next Thursday when they race in Las Vegas?
No, but I'll be there. I'll be there to watch them, but I won't be in one.
They'll all be racing there on Thursday and then before the Outlaws?
We got one sprint car that'll be out there. One USAC sprint car and then the two Outlaw cars.
Other questions for Tony? Kenny has another one. Actually, this young man had one first. Go ahead.
Hey, Tony. Matt Calkins, Press Enterprise. I've said before how talented Danica is, and you think she's got natural talent. She'd be good for the sport and everything everything, is there ever a point where, with all the attention around her and the marketing and constantly seeing her face, where drivers might ever feel like it's a little too much?
No, we don't think so. It's you guys keep pestering us about her that gets to be too much. I mean, you get after a while to where how much can you talk about the same topic? And we haven't even got her to her first regular race, and we're still talking about the same stuff. I mean, our opinion about her hasn't changed. I still think she's got an extremely high amount of talent, and I think that if the media will give her enough room to learn and not bug the daylights out of her to where she can't breathe, I think she'll be fine. So that opinion from last week to this week, it really hasn't changed.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on Daytona, after I realize it's a plate race and everything, but I mean, what were your overall impressions of the entire team, your car, and Ryan's efforts and everything? I mean,
we were terrible. And I wish I could put a finger on why we were so bad, but we just never got the balance. And I mean, we were that way from the time we unloaded in shootout practice the first week. Through the 500, we fought the same thing and never could come up with a solution to fix the problem. So I don't know what we missed there, but we're gonna keep digging into it till we figure it out.
If you're building your cars and they're all similar, I mean, is there a concern going into the next week that you're still going to be fighting that problem going forward?
If it happened this week, we would worry about it a little more going into Vegas than we would from Daytona going to California because of the packages being different. But I'm concerned about how we're going to be when we go back to Daytona in July right now.
Brian has one here.
Brian Nelson, MRN Radio. I'm going to be Rusty Baldwin here for a second and see if you can look ahead next week and explain what it takes to be good at Las Vegas and your outlook for next weekend.
Well, it's no different in Vegas than it is anywhere else. You got to get it to rotate the corner and but still stay tight enough on entry and exit. So it's there's no unique challenges there. I mean, it's a cookie cutter mile and a half. So it's the same thing that we fight 18 races a year. But nice thing is that the place is really smooth, and that really lets you work on the attitude of your car. And I think that's a luxury that we have there that we don't necessarily always get everywhere, because every track's got its unique set of bumps, and Vegas has theirs too. But for the most part, it's so smooth that you can really fine-tune the attitude of the car.
Anybody else for Tony? Another one here up front, and then she's got one. Okay.
Okay, Presto Cars in Competition. Tony, you've had a year under your belt as a team owner. When you're in the car, are you driving it as a team owner or as a car driver? Has it changed for you since you took over the team?
No, it hasn't from the driving side. I mean, I think I've done the ownership side long enough, not only with the Cup stuff, but with my open wheel teams that I've ran periodically here and there. When you get in there, you're just thinking about being a driver. You're not thinking about making payroll at the end of the week or all the other things that you worry about when you're outside the car. When you're in the car, if you're thinking about anything other than driving the car, you probably shouldn't be in there to begin with. But I think that's something that's been really easy to separate the two for us.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Lisa Horn, FoxSports.com. Tony, I asked Junior about how he felt about Twitter, and it was kind of an interesting answer. I'm just wondering how you feel. I know there's a lot of fake accounts out there, people using your name, and how do you think it could help you and your foundation as a way to market it?
I have no idea, because I don't do anything with that stuff. I actually got enough jobs that I got enough productive stuff to do in my life other than sit there and tell everybody what I'm doing every minute of every day. So I really don't mess with it. Heard a lot about it, but don't know anything about it.
Anything else? Got another question here from Enterprise.
Hey, Tim, do you have any thoughts on having two races here at California every year? I mean, it's been a topic of discussion before, obviously, but they have trouble selling out. And I don't know if you worry about that as a driver at all, but I'm just wondering if you would like to see it here twice a year.
If it's not here, it'll be somewhere else. So, it doesn't matter to us as competitors. We just want to race, so we don't really care where it's at.
Okay, Tony, thank you, and good luck this weekend. Appreciate it.